Pearl Davis is the self-styled anti-feminist influencer who's creating major buzz online with a contrarian view. She's appeared in a couple of debates on this show. It's called Uncensored after all. We welcome any honestly held opinions. But this week, she's facing a major backlash for posting a song titled Why Can't We Talk About the Jews, which she dedicated to far-right commentator Nick Fuentes before later deleting it.
Welcome back to my corner of the internet, guys. I am the Lucid Dream, and this episode is going to take us into the manosphere of social media, a term that I never thought that I would say with a straight face. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not saying with a straight face now. We are going to be talking about just Pearly Things, or Hannah Davis. So Pearl started her YouTube journey with a focus on social commentary and discussions on her opinions on dating and relationships. Pearl figured out real early on how much money she could actually make by pandering to the red pill and the manosphere creators. Even though she regurgitates what they say from a female perspective, and their subscribers just eat it up. Like, yeah, a woman is telling us that women are dumb. This is what we've been saying for years. Now a woman is saying it. That's amazing. Even though she is repeating everything that they say, these creators want nothing to do with her. Pearl is the very opposite of what they are looking for in a woman, and I don't think that has really sunk into her yet. She is single, she has never been married, she probably never will be married. If you listen to her, she is past her prime in every way, and has no value as a woman anymore. So she will probably never be married. And yet she continues to spout this absolutely ridiculous bullshit for these incels that watch manosphere content. So red pill creators are going to be Sneeko, Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes. You've got some very controversial creators, and Pearl lapped it up. At this moment, her YouTube channel is right around 2 million subscribers. And it has been demonetized because of the things that Pearl says.
Today, I am going to be talking about, I guess just like what's going to happen to the future of the network with the demonetization. And honestly, just some changes we were really going to be making anyways. So about 2 years ago, I started the pregame. And the pregame was a show where I brought over guests 4 times a week to have conversations about relationships. And honestly, guys, I just can't do it anymore. I can't. I cannot argue with OnlyFans models and low IQ women that are looking to get offended.
Good look.
Oh, okay.
It says you've been described as misogynistic, anti-feminist, the female Andrew Tate, and you wrote on Twitter, I think, in 2023, that women should not have the vote. Should they be chained up at the kitchen sink?
Well, I didn't say chained up at the kitchen sink. I just said we shouldn't vote.
Why shouldn't they vote?
Look, I think you need to have some skin in the game, right? Women, right now, we're not doing any of the infrastructure jobs, not at large. We're not paying taxes, we're in a loaded debt, and we keep voting for policies that ruin the country. So I just look at large and I think to myself, why do we deserve to vote? Are we paying taxes? No. Are we doing the hard jobs? No. If you just limited it to people that pay taxes, are not in debt, are not taking child support, alimony, or any of that stuff, it would be like 2 women that could vote left. Or
So apparently I have to contact Uncle Sam and find out where exactly all of the money I have paid in taxes for the past 30 years is gone. There has to be some mistake. Pearl says women don't pay taxes. And that is just the tip of the iceberg.
Welcome back to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Pearl Davis is the self-styled anti-feminist influencer who's creating major buzz online with a contrarian view. She's appeared in a couple of debates on this show. It's called Uncensored after all. We welcome any honestly held opinions. But this week, she's facing a major backlash for posting a song titled Why Can't We Talk About the Jews, which she dedicated to far-right commentator Nick Fuentes before later deleting it.
Why can't we talk about them without getting kicked off of YouTube? Now, I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy, but I kinda wanna know why. Now there's all these conspiracy theories, and the more they talk, I think maybe they're right. But I can't even listen to the convo.
Well, Pearl joins me now, along with the New York author and founder of End Jew Hatred, Brooke Goldstein, over in the States. All right, Pearl, you've come on the show a couple of times, right? We've had some spirited debates about feminism and stuff like that, and I thought you've made some good points, and it's got lots of traction. Then I wake up the other day and I see this thing that's trending involving you doing this song. And I couldn't really believe what I was watching. I didn't know why did you find it funny?
Huh?
Did you find it funny? I mean, you know the backlash to it. I mean, you deleted it. You obviously thought you shouldn't have posted it. Mm-hmm. Why did you do that? Genuine question.
I mean, the point was more about cancel culture and people getting kicked off of social media. If you finished the song, it was more about, like, you can't talk about this topic without being canceled by the left and the right. I don't really have a strong opinion either way. It was kind of just like tongue in cheek.
So I love how they ambushed her. The look on her face was absolutely perfect. She did end up deleting the videos. She knew she did something wrong. But the thing is, Pearl knows what she's doing with this. She knows the bigger the controversy, the fatter the paycheck. So that's why she never really backtracks. When she does something controversial, you can tell she gets uncomfortable being confronted about it. But she never really backtracks because she knows that her audience will cancel her in a second if she pisses them off.
This sounds similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally the founder of, or the guy who made Roots said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do, is they embellish, and I'm not trying to say it wasn't horrible, it was. Right. But they want to make it like more horrible so that they can control people.
So in what way was slavery made to seem more horrible than it was?
We were talking about, and I don't really want to go into this too much because we're kind of past this, but I was quoting a Thomas Sowell book.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
Who's that?
Yeah. So Thomas Sowell's an author who talks about the history of slavery. So.
Thomas Sowell. Oh, but do you agree with that premise that slavery was embellished, or no?
I think that there are parts that are under-embellished and there are parts that are over-embellished. I think it just depends what we're talking about.
That's so interesting. I've got to know what was over-embellished about slavery. Just like one example, I'm dying to know.
So if you don't know who Nick Fuentes is, number one, you're lucky. Number two, Pearl has taken a lot of heat for having him on her podcast and for even just not pushing back at him for a lot of the things that he says. Her association with him, I would have to say, is probably one of the most controversial things about her social media career. I mean, and there's a lot. Let's be honest. There is a lot with Pearl. But Nick is a known racist, a Holocaust denier. It's weird. It's weird for anyone, but it's especially weird for Pearl because to her, he is in that red pill community. He is what she considers a high value man. The very men that she is so desperate to get attention from, Nick is one of them. So if that's what a high value man is, what the fuck are we listening to her for? I mean, I'm not anyway, but what is anyone listening to her for?
What up, guys? Welcome to the Just Pearly Things YouTube channel, and welcome to The Sit Down. Before I start, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. That way you're going to be notified of my daily videos. Like the video on your way in and leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are. Today, I have a special guest, Nick Fuentes.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
So I looked you up on Google, okay? So he is a political commentator with over 25,000 followers on his own site, Cozy TV. You have been banned on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, and TikTok. Your Wikipedia page describes you as a right-wing extremist who denies the Holocaust, is on the no-fly list, and supports Putin.
Yeah, that's about right.
Is there anything I missed? Yeah. So welcome to the show. So what did you do to get this crazy reputation?
Well, a lot of those things are true.
They are true.
Some of them, and some more than others. I do support Putin. Yeah,
is it?
That's actually an understatement, probably.
What do you mean?
Because I really support Putin. I support the war. I support Russia in the war.
Wow.
Why do you not? Are you?
I mean, I don't know. I just thought he wasn't good. I mean, look, I'm an outsider in the foreign policy stuff. I don't know the ins and outs. You know, I'm just on the outside looking in. What up, guys? Welcome to the Just Pearly Things YouTube channel. Today, I have two special guests on the channel. Welcome, Nick Fuentes.
Hi, what's going on?
And welcome, Gabby.
Hi, what's going on?
Today, we are going to be reacting to my favorite content creator in the whole wide world, Candace Owens. Gabby, what do you think of Candace Owens?
She's pretty.
Yeah? You like her?
She's pretty.
What do you think of Candace Owens?
I like her. I think she's pretty too. And I think she's pretty based.
Question
yeah, I thought that was.
I thought that was she's married.
Do you think it was wrong for Candace to race mix?
Yeah, I think it's wrong to race mix.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So you don't agree with race mixing, but do you find black women attractive?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I've said that before.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is especially interesting because Gabby has a black boyfriend, so it's like, you think that's wrong?
I do.
Yeah, she should break up with him.
I do think that. Yeah, I prefer that she wasn't doing that.
Don't you said?
Oh, does it make you uncomfortable, Nick?
No. No, but it's wrong.
Why?
Why is it wrong?
She should find a nice Catholic Italian
but
man.
I thought she's tainted now.
I'm tainted. I have tattoos.
Well, she is, so it's going to be a hard time for her, but
yeah.
Okay.
she's got to live with that.
Oh, okay.
I'm living with it just fine. I'm doing just fine over here, baby. I'm good.
I believe you.
Okay, so now,
simple yes or no answer. Hitler, good guy, bad guy?
That's a top. Well, there are no good and bad guys. They're just people.
But that's not true, dude.
It is true.
I mean, so if you had to check one box.
I'm going to say I'm neutral on that. I'm abstaining from that
There's no
one.
neutral.
You're saying that Hitler was not a bad guy?
I think that, it's a
But then
world
you're
war.
questioning why people may not want you talking?
There's
I'm giving you a platform.
Look, if we're going to say Hitler bad, then I'm going to say Churchill bad, and I'm going to say Roosevelt bad, and I'm going to say they're all bad. But if we look at him as a product of his time in that moment, we have to judge him with those things in mind. That's all.
Even all of this wasn't enough to take Pearl down. Now, all of her past controversy, I'm sure, contributed to her eventual downfall. However, the nail in the coffin was something we talk about pretty frequently on this channel, and the consequences that will eventually catch up to content creators who don't abide by YouTube's terms of service. Filming minors without parental consent and displaying them on YouTube. So in November of 2023, these tweets went out to Teen YouTube from the sister of a girl that Pearl had interviewed on the streets of London. The TikToker YouTuber at Pearly Things stopped my 15-year-old sister and her school friends on the street to ask them invasive questions about sex on her YouTube channel. She made several cut downs of the video and has subjected them to abuse from the /red pill community. The parents of the girls have reached out to @PearlyThings to ask her to stop using the videos of their children, and she ignored them repeatedly and is refusing to take down the videos that have racked up millions of views. I would really appreciate if someone from Team YouTube can help get these taken down.
Okay, y'all, so I went out into the trenches today. Okay, it wasn't really the trenches. I went out into the streets of London and I decided to interview people about this sign. Now, the point of this interview was I wanted to see if people believed in equal rights for men. I mean, come on, y'all. If women have the right not to be mothers, then shouldn't men have the right not to be fathers? I thought this would be an easy agree. Everyone's on the same team, but I guess you'll see what happens.
So it's pretty likely that Pearl knew that these girls were underage. The title of the video was "These Girls Are So Clueless." She knew she wasn't speaking to full-grown women. She knew she was speaking about topics that she probably shouldn't be discussing with a minor in the first place, especially considering she believes that 16-year-old chicks are hot. But more than that, she was doing it without consent of their parents. The video racked up over 900,000 views. Imagine exposing a 15-year-old child to the kind of content such as Andrew Tate, who she's been compared to, and considers it a compliment.
Life for a man is harder than life for a woman. We need to have a lot of shit to be an important man. To be a woman, you need makeup. If you're truly beautiful, you don't need anything else. I've been on boats in Dubai with 19-year-old Moldovan girls. The guy who got that boat needed $100 million. That bitch, makeup. Same boat. That's how hard it is. Look at a game of chess. The king moves one square at a time. What does the queen do? Zips here, zips there. Easy for a chick, right?
And that's a mild example of Andrew Tate. Some of them are just too vile for me to even watch. So after that, Pearl started to get called out, even by people that she had worked with previously. Content creators on YouTube, serious content creators, know that you have to abide by the terms of service. You have to abide by the community guidelines. Otherwise, you risk being demonetized, which is exactly what happened to Pearl.
But the other two girls look really, really young. And as content creators, we all know that you cannot put underage people on camera without consent of their parents. If you guys remember, over a year ago, I did some content with Pearl on the beach of Miami. Within that video, we interviewed a person younger than 18. But what you didn't see is that we filmed the adult saying, yes, you can have a conversation with my son, which would be consent. We can assume.
So Pearl is the very definition of chronically online, especially where Twitter is concerned. It seems to be her safe space. Safe enough that she feels confident in writing tweets such as, 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-old chicks. Because remember, in Pearl's world, your value lies in how desirable physically you are to a man. And to her, 16 is where you peak. 26, you're over the hill. 30, forget about it. She believes that this kind of behavior is okay, because this is red pill content. This is when the entire value of a woman is based only on her looks and how much a man desires her. That's all a woman is, and ever will be in Pearl's world. You know, the thing is Pearl's content has always had a shelf life. There was always going to be a time when she was going to fall back down to earth. You know, she shot up so quickly because she was not afraid to make an ass out of herself and say whatever, the most controversial thing that she could think of. But that was temporary. People get tired of that kind of entertainment. And it's like any other trend on YouTube. They eventually die out. And as we start to see the red pill content die out, as we have over the past year or so, Pearl was kind of always due. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see, and I will catch you on the next one.
Please go do the hard jobs in society. They're open, they're hiring, because I don't I don't think men or women are equal until we do the equal work. So no, listen. Go apply to be on the oil rigs. Go be a plumber, go be an electrician, go be on the front lines of the military, and then we should have equal rights. But until feminists are willing to do that, I don't believe we should have the freedom without the responsibility.
Okay, well, I don't think that I'm physically built for that. You might be, but I'm absolutely not.
Emotional damage.